You guys, I just had a Big Mick kind of idea. Maybe his intention is truly this. Knight takes, rook takes, queen takes, bishop f5, king c1, e4. Ho, ho, ho! Welcome to the dojo, Kostya. Oh, oh, baby. Welcome to the dojo. Oh, damn. Does it work? I don't know. No idea, boss. My friends, our very own Kostya Kavutskiy, I am trying to become a GM, today had a truth bomb dropped on his head, the likes of which I haven't seen in a long time. Now, I was streaming this game live and I'm gonna show you what happened. I wanna stress, I did not look at the computer evaluation of this, and I'm not going to. You know, you guys can do it if you want, but I wanted to share the human perspective of the drama that unfolded from this position. Okay, whew. Madness. Let's just talk a little bit about the dynamics. Okay, this knight is hanging out over here because if white takes, we get to win this knight. Okay, fine. Now, something I want to stress here is we got ourselves a full madness situation, okay? And it's very hard to know what's going on. Let's just talk about the positive points for white for a second. The big thing is white has this square blockaded. Okay, this is very important. If this square were not blockaded, this diagonal would open, and we're going to call that Big Bertha. Okay, so it's a dream for black to achieve that. Will they get it? I don't know, but that's going to be a dream for white. Okay, for black. Okay, this position, there's dangers for black because we would like to bring our knight to safety. But the problem with this is after either knight g5 or knight d2, white will kick us, and then we're just going away, and then our knight doesn't feel good about life, okay? So, in this position, Big Mick, who's a friend of the dojo, friend of mine, thought for 45 minutes, okay? Now, normally you think 45 minutes, it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. It usually means that, you know, your mind is just spinning in circles. Big Mick, however, he had an idea. Okay, so I'm watching this game live, okay? And I thought of all kinds of things. I didn't like knight f4, you know? I was thinking maybe this crazy move c6. If I was, that would have been my inclination. I was sitting there with him. I was thinking as well. And his move, bishop g4. My friends, I thought, well, it loses a piece. Okay, knight h2. Looks over. And then it hit me, before it all went down, it hit me what his idea was. One of the most beautiful things that I just had to make this video to share with you, okay? If you want, pause the video and try to figure out yourself. Here he goes. Bam! Oh, baby. Bam! 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 Check to the miserable king. Now, the first thing to understand about this beauty is the positional basis for it, okay? From the very beginning, white did not have a dark square bishop, and Big Bertha was dreaming about this diagonal. And so just on a positional level, it's important to see that this isn't just like somebody calculating some stuff. No, this is like a dream that's going on. And I don't know how much dude calculated. In fact, I think it's very hard to calculate this position because white has two moves, king c1 and king b2. Okay, now I looked at some variations and it looked very dangerous for me with king c1 and then e4, and then no matter what, we're gonna do this bad boy. Maybe sample variation, g4. Very important, we'll see this in the game too. White needs to drive away this bishop because it's still an incredible attacking force. This is just a sample variation, by the way, but you can see here how the milk goes bad. Dark squares, right? Big Bertha's loose. Okay, I'm sure white could try other things than g4 and takes on f5. I'm just going to show that as a sample variation, though. One of the things I want to stress, though, is what's interesting is what did Big Mick need to see to convince himself of this, you know? By the way, when we play bishop g4, it's hard to know what else white's going to do besides knight h2. I couldn't find a reasonable plan. For example, we would like to play that, but then knight f2 happens. That's our problemito. Okay. So here we go. Boom. It's like a king's Indian dream, man. Now, king b2. By the way, do I know if this is winning for black? I don't. I really don't. I want to really stress that, okay? I'm sure you can turn on the computer and the computer will tell you all kinds of things. The reason I wanted to share it from a human perspective is I don't think Big Mick knew either. If you have like a computer on it says it works or it doesn't work, this is a different deal. But I know from an experience like this, it's like we're just doing it out of belief, okay? So Big Mick thought for 45 minutes. These moves he played fairly quickly. And then he plays a nice move here. Maybe there's other moves, but this one's nice, a4. The point is that not only do we prevent the king from coming up, but now if I ever deliver a check on c3, it's all gone. You know, you cannot play rook b3 or anything interposing. It's just the absolute end of the world. Right? Okay, so Kostya played g4, and it's hard to imagine what else to do. Even though he's up a full rook, it's hard to know what else to do. If we don't kill that bishop, the bishop will eventually do nasty things to us, right? Okay, so g4, and during the game, I felt that c6 was winning. I could not find any defense for white against c6. Sample variation here, here, here. And again, I got these two threats and they're just too much. It's just, it's like the whole deal, baby. It's the whole deal. Yeah. Okay. However, Big Mick, I'm sure, saw something that concerned him. His move looked good too, but there was some things about it I didn't understand. Okay. So rook b1. Now, maybe you could still do c6. Big Mick played the natural move here, queen f6. Okay, so let's just be clear what the point is. If you take, we're going to go bam, 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 and this is the dynamic that I'm talking about, called checkmate. Right? So Big Mick plays queen f6, and now it's clear then we have to play our queen to some square that will defend this c3 entry post, okay? So I was thinking queen c2, queen e3, and then at the very end, I found what Kostya actually played in the game, queen g3. But it looked bad to me, queen g3. I looked at this queen c2 even after the game. I could not find a convincing win for black after queen c2. Surely Kostya was afraid of something. I don't know. You know, I was looking at, for example, queen c2, queen d4, intending to give him this kind of garbage, right? Queen d4 takes, oh, it's really hot, right? And then if I go check, rook takes queen e3, Kostya still got bishop d3. Oh, and is it hot? Yes, it's absolutely hot. I can win this, I can win this, the game goes on. But I couldn't find the knockout blow. Okay, Kostya plays this, and then we all found this. Boom, that one wasn't hard, because what's going on? We need to prevent the queen. The queen has to cover that square. Now all of a sudden, oh no, the bishop's alive. Kostya takes, and now a really sweet move. You could play bishop b1, but that allows queen e6. So look at the calm move that Big Mick plays. It's real nasty, b6. The point is not to protect the pawn on c5. The point is, if you take now, I give you a nasty check. And then, bam! The pawn is protecting that square, my friends. And again, this pawn on a4 is doing its business, right? So nice finish with b6. And, oh man, really brutal. Kostya brought the queen back, and then it was just bam, and bishop b4 coming. So I just want to stress one of the most beautiful conceptions I've seen in a long time. This is what you need to play the King's Indian well. Let's stare at it one more time. Bishop g4. After bishop g4, Big Mick must see all the way until this. And I want to stress it's a strategic conception. It's not just calculation. Because who knows? You can't foresee everything. There's all kinds of moves white could do after king c1. Oh my God. So many different things. So really beautiful game. Unopposed dark square bishop attack against white. There it is. Good luck next time, Kostya.